largest lymph nodes are gonna be all up the neck, behind the ear, in front of the ear, and under the jaw. So we really want to get these. I'm using pretty firm pressure.
Good morning, welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. So I thought I would start off by telling you about this amazing little gadget because I was sent this probably about over a month ago, and I'm not going to lie, it's just been sat in the box because I've heard amazing things about it. But to be honest, I am quite low maintenance when it comes to skincare and makeup and things like that. And I'm always rushing around in the morning. I like to get up, do my workout, have a shower, and then I get ready and walk the dog. And I like to be then ready to start my day at around 9 o'clock. So there's not really much more that I want to be squeezing into that time. So I've been putting off using this, and then it was a couple of weekends ago. I thought, well, I've got a little bit more time, so I'll give it a go. There's so many different programs built into it. So I started off by doing like a collagen boost one because I thought, well, you can't go wrong with that, can you? And I think that was a 10-minute program. So basically what you do is you connect it to your phone and then it tells you exactly which movements to use. And I loved it. It felt amazing. My skin afterwards just felt like it was glowing. So then, since then, I set up one of the programs, and it's like a 2-week program, and each day it tells you which one to use. So it's got different plans built into the app. And the plan that I chose to do was 14 days, and it's called the Glass Skin plan. So what you do is you just click on each day and then it syncs it up to this and it tells you which program to do. And my skin, I'm not going to lie, my skin is feeling amazing. It feels so glowy and the texture just feels amazing. There's even a program on there if you've got any spots or if you've had a breakout. So I'm super impressed with it, and I wanted to just give you a bit of information on it. I'll pop the details below, but yeah, this is definitely going to be built into my daily routine now. Some of the programs are only 3-4 minutes, so actually it doesn't take up that much time. It's very doable. And then if you wanted to do, say, the 10-minute ones, you can do those on a weekend. But actually 10 minutes out of your daily routine is not really very much either, is it? And it's really worth it. Don't ask me how it works because I've got no idea. All I know is that it's got microcurrents and nanocurrents inside it. So it almost puts like a little electrical currents inside your skin, and you can feel them. It doesn't hurt, but in certain places you can feel them, and it just feels like a tingle. So you can definitely feel it working. So yeah, I would just start off this video by telling you about that because it's the thing that I'm loving most right now, and I'm just really enjoying incorporating it every morning into my skincare. So I popped to the Metro Centre last Saturday. It's very rare that I actually go there, and one of the main reasons that I do go is because they've got Zara. A lot of the time I do shop online, but now and again it's just nice to go into store, isn't it, and have a wander around, see what jumps out at you. So I bought a few things and I thought I would give you a little haul, show you what I've bought, try them on for you. I have to admit, I've got a bit of a jean obsession. I've got lots of pairs of jeans, but also, strangely enough, it's one of the things that I get asked about most on Instagram. People constantly message me and go, "What jeans are those? Where are those jeans from?" Which is just so bizarre, isn't it? But I just feel like you've got to find the right fit for you. And then when you do find the right fit, I like to buy them in every colour. I mean, I've made lots of mistakes in the past, and I've also tried to get like trendy kind of jeans, like wide leg ones or barrel leg ones, and just different ones that actually don't work for my shape. So all I would say is dress appropriately for your shape rather than dressing because they're on trend at the moment, because a good pair of jeans will last you a lifetime. So I picked up this pair while I was in Zara, just because they were mom jeans. I always find that mom jeans work really well on me. They're not too skinny. They're more fitted on the waist and on the hips, and then they're like a bit of a carrot leg, really. So I'm going to try those on for you now. I just really love this kind of style. It kind of feels as though it still nips me in at the waist and gives me a little bit of shape. In the back, here's the brown pair. So they're a cropped flare. I've actually got these in blue denim, surprise, surprise, and I've got them in an off-white denim, which I got a few years ago, but they seem to bring the same style out over and over again. So these are really lovely. Let me try these on for you. So you can see they're a complete different fit to what the blue ones are. They're more stretchy. I would probably wear these with a nice blazer. I'm not sure I would style them like this actually, but just to give you an idea, these are a completely different fit to the blue jeans. They're cropped and they're a lot more fitted, so they've got a lot more stretch in them. I've got a thing with brown at the minute for this time of year, so I think I'll be wearing these quite a bit. I think you can wear them with like little flat ballet pumps, or you could always also wear them with boots because they've got a little bit of a flare at the bottom, so you can definitely wear them with boots during winter as well. So the next thing that I bought was these kind of wool trousers. I've been looking for some wider leg trousers like this, some kind of thicker wintry wool ones, and I tried these on. To be honest, I'm on the fence with these at the minute. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to keep them, so let me try them on for you now. They're a little bit looser on the waist, as you can see here, so I think I would put my Celine belt on with them. Because I've got wider hips, anything that is wide-legged makes me feel wider, which is crazy, isn't it? But I think to everybody else, like I'll say to my boyfriend, do I look wide? And he's like, no, you don't. But I think it's just something that's in my own head. So something like this that kind of just hangs down a little bit. I don't know, I'm just not 100%. And often, if I'm not 100%, something doesn't end up getting worn. So I'm really trying to avoid that at the minute because I've made so many mistakes in the past where I've had things in the wardrobe which I love to look at but just don't feel 100% comfortable in. So I'm not sure about these. I'm going to have a think about it. So the other purchase that I made was this satin skirt. It's definitely a theme coming on here, isn't there, with the browns? But I don't have much brown in my wardrobe, to be fair, so these are a few welcome additions for autumn winter. And again, I've been looking for a satin skirt for quite a long time. The ones that I try on, I always hate because I just hate my figure in them. Again, because I've got hips, I just feel as though it accentuates here and clings to all the wrong areas. I'm sure you'll know what I mean because satin is that kind of material, isn't it? But this one's a little bit thicker. It's got an elasticated waist. I went for a small because I didn't want it to be too clingy. And I'll show you how I would style it and see what you think. So I love a tonal outfit, so I've just popped it on with this brown jumper, but you can see I've gone for it quite low here. It's quite loose and it just feels quite relaxed and it doesn't show any kind of lumps and bumps. It's kind of just skims over, and that's what I wanted. I really do like this actually. I think this will be one satin skirt that I feel more comfortable in. I think they did it in black as well. It doesn't feel too restrictive, and I think, you know, dressed up with a nice winter coat, some nice little boots. I'm happy that I finally found a satin skirt I can get on board with. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is I guess we've all got hang-ups, haven't we? So that's kind of untucked the jumper and just pulled down a little bit. But yeah, I think it'll be nice dressed up or dressed down through autumn, winter. And it was really cheap as well. I think it was about £30, which I thought was a really good price. So that's all those hung up. And one last thing I'm going to do is take my vitamins for the day because these are something else that I swear by. I've been taking Lumity now for at least 6 months and I love it. I get a day supplement and a night supplement. So these are refillable jars. You've got morning ones and night ones, and you get these when you first start your subscription, and then each month I get these sent through. So got the nighttime ones, got magnesium in which helps you sleep, zinc, flaxseed oil, and some other things as well. So I'm just going to put these in here. And then the daytime ones have got so much more in. So again, you just take 4 tablets in the morning and you do the same with the nighttime ones. There's vitamin A, D3, E, C, vitamin B6, folic acid, magnesium, zinc. So lots of different ingredients in there. But there's also things like ashwagandha, taurine, which are really good for energy levels. So I just find that since I've been taking these, I've got so much more energy, so much more clarity. But also my skin's been much better, my hair's been much better. So yes, I 100% recommend if you're looking for a supplement to take at the minute, because I know there's so many out there, it can be quite confusing. Oops, but I do fully recommend these. I'll pop a link below in case it's something that you're interested in. So I'm off to take Chester for a walk before I come back, make a coffee and start my day. I've got loads of admin, so I'm going to spend the first hour just sat doing some admin at my computer. I've got to admit, sometimes the thought of going out on these cold, darker mornings for a dog walk just fills me with dread. And I think, oh, do I have to? But once I'm out there, I can guarantee that I feel so much better. So having a dog is great for that. It gets you out every single morning. And that's kind of just built into my routine now. As soon as I've got in the shower, got ready, I take him out. And he knows, he's always stood around waiting for me, and it's the highlight of his day. So I'm back now, I've got a nice coffee, and I'm going to spend the first hour just replying to emails. I've got quite a bulging inbox at the minute. I do find that at this time of year it's quite hard to keep on top of it. So the first thing that I'm doing is getting back to Habitat, because I've had a long-term partnership with Habitat for the past year, which has been amazing. And what they do is each phase they send through a new product list, and they usually have the hero products on there. So they have, say, maybe 20 different products to choose from, and then they have additional products. So you basically get quite a few items to choose from, and you get a budget allocated, and then they give you a brief. So I've gone back already on this occasion with all my products that I want to order, and they've just replied to say that a few of them, 3 of them that are on there, are actually not available yet. So they want me to choose some different ones. So I'm going to have a look through that now. I'll show you how that looks. So this is how it comes through. So you get some little pictures. These are the different festive themes. So festive fairground hosting one, and it lists the products with the product number there. And then the next one is festive fairground. It's got products there. And basically you have to go through and choose. So yeah, plenty of products on there to choose from, and that's just on the hero products. And then they have another list which is additional products. So my collaboration with them this time is going to be about tablescaping. So I'm excited for that. So I'm going to go back to them. Next one is an event that I've been invited to with Barbara inside Phoenix next week. So I need to go back to them. And then I've also got, I worked with Sofas and Stuff on the new chair in the lounge, and part of the collaboration was answering some questions from their blog. So I've got 6 different questions, things like every home tells a story. Can you share a little bit about yours and what makes it special? What do you love most about living by the coast? How does it influence your lifestyle? So 6 questions there that I need to get back to today, because that's a reminder from Holly to go back to them. So I need to get back to them today as well. And then I had an email about a collaboration on YouTube, which is amazing because I've not been doing YouTube for a long time. Like, I'm kind of just getting back into the swing of it. So the fact that I've been offered paid work on there already is fantastic. But on this occasion, I'll have to say no, because it's an app that enhances your photos and videos. And I don't feel that it aligns with what I do, because I just like things to stay as natural as possible. I don't really edit or put any filters on any of my content. Because a lot of my content is interior based, and if I start putting a filter on, then colours and things like that are going to look completely different. So when someone's saying, what colour have you got on your kitchen walls? And then I tell them a colour, they'll be like, oh, it looks completely different. If you start adding filters to things, it's going to look totally different. If I suddenly started removing, moles or spots or, you know, areas that I don't like. We've all got areas that we don't like, but I think for me, it's all about being true to yourself, isn't it? No one's perfect. We've all got flaws. And I personally just feel that I'd rather just be honest about things like that rather than removing them. So I'm going to have to go back to this and say hi. I'm not going to say the name. So she's basically said, this is an app helping creators enhance their photos naturally. No unrealistic photo filters, just simple touch-ups to feel confident on camera. And they've partnered with creators across TikTok, Instagram and YouTube to create authentic videos. And what they want me to do is create a video for YouTube, so either a dedicated video or just a mention. And they want 1 month organic usage. And then the budget, they've said the budget that they've got, and they want me to go back to them with a fee. Thanks so much for thinking of me for this campaign. I really appreciate you reaching out. After having a look, I don't feel that this is something I personally align with. That sounds all right, doesn't it? It's hard with things like this because you want to reply and be positive and friendly and kind, but at the end of the day, I'm saying to them, I don't like what you're offering me, kind of thing. So there's a fine line. But I've got to stay true to myself, and that's all that matters really, isn't it? And this is an agency, so this particular agency works with so many different brands. I've not actually worked with this particular agency before, but I know they will have other brands, and maybe one day down the line, they'll have a brand that does align with me. So I've got to be careful how I word it. I'm going to continue working through these emails. Someone asking for my prices for interior styling advice. And then I've got a Neptune event in London as well coming up, so I need to get back to them. So yeah, it's all just admin like that, where it's kind of time consuming getting back to everybody, but it's really important that I do. So I'm going to spend an hour working through these now. I am working with Shark on a campaign for their new steam pickup. This is a paid campaign for over on Instagram, so it's nothing to do with YouTube, but I thought I would do a little unboxing with you. So it's the Shark steam pickup 3-in-1. So it captures wet, dry and stuck on debris as you steam. So it's a steamer, it mops and it picks up at the same time. So I'm very excited about this, especially with having a dog and a couple of messy children. So let's get this out. I've got hard floors throughout the downstairs, and to be honest, my stone in the kitchen is a bit of a nightmare to clean. So if this can mop and vacuum at the same time, I'm going to be one very happy girl. Let's have a look. So it's got a quick start guide on the top to show you all the pieces and also the assembly and preparing for use. Ooh. This looks like one of the brushes. Put that down there. That's the brush roll cleaning tool. And what else have we got? It's such a gorgeous day with the sun coming through. The handle. I've got this. What else have we got in here? That looks like the base. I'll put that out of the way. And then there we go. Nice bit clicked. I filled the tank up. So let's give this bad boy a run for its money. Remove the rug. Put it over there. Ooh, so you definitely see the seam coming out. So yeah, it's picking up and it's steaming the floors. I'm loving it. So I love how you can do kind of dry mess and any spillages all at the same time. I'm impressed with that. So by the time this video goes out, you will have already seen my shark content on Instagram and you can find out more over there. I'm going to continue to vacuum and mop the floor, and then I'm going to give the kitchen a bit of a reset. So next up, while I'm on a roll, I'm going to sort this out because it's driving me insane. I watched a TikTok video last night that totally shamed me into doing this because, you know, when someone is on a bit of a cleaning mission and she pulled everything out of her larder or pantry, whatever you want to call it, and she gave it all a really good clear out. And I've been desperate to do mine for so long because when I did it, probably 2 years ago, I had my baking stuff at the top, and then on here I had all kind of pasta, rice, pulses, everything like that at one side, and then I think I had all my tinned stuff there, and then this shelf, all my kind of condiments and sauces and jars, and then here I've got all my spices, and then this side again I've got some things like oils and vinegars and stuff like that, and more spices. But at the minute, it's just everywhere. So if I want to find something, I'm literally ferreting around, trying to find things. If I want, say, like last night I was looking for risotto rice, and it used to be that everything was together at one side, but I had to have everything out, mix everything up, and it's just all getting so messy. Whenever I get my food shop delivered, I just end up throwing stuff in. And I'm sure there are things in there which are at least a couple of years out of date. So I thought, while I'm on a bit of a roll, doing a bit of a kitchen reset, I'm going to do a larder reset too. I'm going to take everything out first and put it all onto here. I must mention this actually because this is something I bought when we first moved in, and it is a fire extinguisher. So it's called Stay Safe 5-in-1 fire extinguisher, and I keep it in the cupboard and the kids know it's there, and if ever there's a fire they can just whip it out and use it and spray it. I wonder if there's a sell-by date on it. Let me have a look. It expires in May 2025. So actually it looks like I need to order a new one. I think it was probably about £25 or something like that. So I'll have a look into that. On the bottom. It's gross, so that's going to need wiping. These two shelves are a really good wipe now that I've got everything off them. I'm going to come back to the top shelf in a second, but I'm just going to focus on these two, and I'm going to have a look at all the ingredients that I've got behind me, check the sell-by dates, give them a wipe, and then put them all back once I've cleaned these shelves down. So I'm going to start off with sauces and things. I know that that's quite new because I only bought it a few weeks ago. So HP sauce, vinegar, that's good. Then we've got some peri-peri, Nando's peri-peri. I'll give that a little wipe. I know that that's in date because I've not had it that long. That one looks like it's seen better days. You can tell by the colour of it. I've got some sriracha. All these can go back in at this side. What else have we got? Where's the ketchup? Got some more vinegar. Never have enough vinegar. I'm obsessed with this stuff. Barbecue sauce, what's the date on that? Oh, that is 2023. That can go. And then let's have a look at tins. 2026, that's fine. The tomatoes, I know that I've not had those long, so they're fine. Let's have a think. Tomatoes and, in fact, no, I'm going to put the rices and the pastas on this side so that everyone can easily get to them. And I think I'll put tin stuff over here. Chopped tomatoes, baked beans, spaghetti hoops. Don't know if these are going to be within date or not. 2023, one's gone. 2023. I must have bought all these together because they're all 2023. Yep. What else have we got? Rice pudding. That's November, that's good. This one, mushy peas, 2023 as well. What is it with 2023? I know that the tomatoes are fine. Bit of that, some more charcoaled peppers. I love using these. Oh, that one's open though. That's no good. Have to get rid of that. I love using these at Christmas with potatoes. There's a Nigella recipe where you cube the potatoes and you pour this in with the oil and then you put some cardamom seeds on top and you roast them in the oven and they are so good. How long have I been putting this off for?
Quite a while.
Quite a while. So it's finally happening, babes. It's looking so much better already. I've got a huge pile for the rubbish. So I've got lots of spaghetti, which is open. That's October 2026. Does spaghetti go off?
Yeah.
So do you think this October 2026 already open will be fine?
Absolutely.
Okay, right, I'm putting that in there. What else? This one is, oh, April 2027, winning. Right, so that's all the pasta. I have this little Pyrex jar, which I keep all my stock cubes in. So chicken stock and beef stock will go in there. Get rid of those in the recycling. Done, and that feels so much better. Had a really good clear out, got rid of loads and loads of stuff that was out of date. So I'm now left with the tinned stuff there. These are like cooking ingredients, things like olives and peppers. And then down here I've got all the sauces and condiments, stock cubes. Then this side I've got all my rices, like bags of rice and pasta, like loose ones there, and then I've got more rice and pasta there. And then I've sorted all my herbs out, so they're all in date now. And then on this side I've got all my kind of cooking sauces, so lots of things like teriyaki and sauce, soy sauce, fish sauce, rice vinegar, all things like that at this side. So it's much more empty, perfectly sorted, ready for Christmas, I'd say. So that's a job that I've been putting off for ages, so I'm really pleased with that. In the bottom drawer here, I've got bread, and then in the next one up, I've got things like crisps and biscuits. So I've never been one of these, I'll never be one of these kind of people that can have everything perfectly stashed away in jars, just because I haven't got time to keep decanting things into jars and being so organised that I've got labels on to see what's going out of date when. I much prefer to just be able to kind of grab the bags of things and just go. I just find that much easier. I do think it looks gorgeous when everything's in jars and it's very aesthetically pleasing, but this for me is just perfect. It looks so much better, much more organised. I can get to everything super easily. And it's a lot less messy than what it was, so it didn't actually take that long. It's probably taken me an hour or two really to go through it all, so it's not too bad, but definitely a job worth doing. So I'm making sausage pasta for tea today. The kids really love it. It's a really simple recipe, so I just thought I would quickly show you what I'm doing. I'm just frying the courgettes off, as you can see there, in a little bit of olive oil, and I've popped the pasta into the boiling water to cook for 10 minutes. And while that's cooking, I've got the sausages in the oven. So I've used chipolatas only because I had them left over from the weekend. So I've put a full pack of chipolatas in, I think a dozen chipolatas in the oven, and also some baby tomatoes on a separate baking tray with a drizzle of olive oil and a couple of cloves of garlic. And then all you do is, once the courgettes are cooked and once the tomatoes are cooked, you kind of just mix it all together with a little bit of pasta water and some parmesan on top. I'll pop all the details below for you, but it's super, super easy. Oh, and then once you've mixed it all together with a little bit of the pasta water, you also add in some fresh basil, which makes it super, super tasty. So it's really easy, but it's really tasty, and it's like a perfect kind of midweek supper. So the tomatoes have been in for about 20 minutes and they're cooked, and the courgettes are cooked too. So what I'm going to do is just tip these all onto the same baking sheet just for now, because I need to use the pan to brown off the sausages. So I'm just going to pop that to one side, put a little bit more oil in the pan, and then take the sausages out. And what it says to do is, before the sausages are fully brown, you just take them out. I think they've had probably about 20 minutes as well, but they're on the chipolatas. So obviously, if you were using full-size sausages, I would leave them in for longer. And then finish off cooking them in the pan. So I'm going to cut them all up. Tip those into the pan. If you are vegetarian, then obviously you can use vegetarian sausages rather than pork sausages like what I've used. Pop them back into the pan with the oil, just to brown them all off. The courgettes and the tomatoes back in the pan with the sausages. Get all the juices in. Give that a little stir just to mix it in, and then add the pasta. So the recipe suggests rigatoni, and I love rigatoni, so I always tend to use rigatoni for this recipe. A little bit more pasta. And then I'm going to pour some of the pasta water in there as well. That just gives you a little bit of the kind of juice to bring it all together. You get the sausage juice from the bottom of the pan as well, mix it all in. And then you get your basil, and you just tear loads of basil in there. I'm going to snip some off because I want to try and make sure I can keep the plant alive afterwards. So the tip is to snip it above where you've got some little leaves, so kind of there, so that it grows back. I'm not sure how successful it is to grow basil at this time of year. It's a bit out of season really, isn't it? But I thought, well, while I've got it, I'll give it a go. So I'm going to get all the basil that I've chopped off together. And then got my herb scissors, which are very cool. They've got like several blades, so they've got 5 blades in total. So when you chop them, it chops them 5 times. So they're very handy. I think I just picked them up on Amazon, or maybe Homebase actually. Not Homebase. What's it called? TK Maxx and HomeSense. That's the one that I'm looking for. HomeSense. Tap. Make sure I've got all the basil in there. That looks so good, and give that a mix. Just mix everything in together. Bit of pasta escaped. Yum, yum. It's so tasty and so fresh. So I'm going to plate this up and then just grate loads of Parmesan on top. Jaycee came home from work and decided that she was going to the Metro Centre with a boyfriend. So there's actually only Alfie and I eating tonight. So the good thing about this is that any leftovers I'll pop in the fridge and we'll have it for lunchtime tomorrow, or one of the kids will take it for their packed lunch at work. So yeah, super handy. It's now the following day. I don't actually know where today has gone, to be honest. It's been one of those days that's just whizzed by, but I have just been for my smear test, which is never very pleasant, is it? I just don't know about you, but I just want to go home and curl up in front of the fire with a big blanket over me. It doesn't hurt, it's just a funny sensation, isn't it? But I've put it off now for a few months just because the letter came through and I never got round to actually booking it. It was one of those things when the letter came and I filed it in my big filing pile that never gets looked at. And then I came across it the other day and suddenly I was like, oh gosh, I really need to book in for this. So it's only every 5 years, I think now, unless you need to be checked more often. So it's your reminder to just go and do it. Because like I say, I know that it's not something that's enjoyable, but health is wealth, guys, and you need to look after yourselves. I'm just walking to Marks and Spencer's now. I'm very lucky that Marks and Spencer's food hall is on my doorstep. So I'm just going to go in there and pick a few things up for tea. Might get myself a little bottle of wine. And then I'm just having a chilled evening. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching this vlog. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Leave me a comment below to let me know if you've enjoyed it, what you've enjoyed, and if there's other things that you want me to talk about. And I will see you next Sunday.